PCR test taken at least once? Yeah. Man, it's been 2 years. They haven't come up with a less intrusive way of getting the test done. First time I got the test done, I wasn't even ready for it, alright? I was standing in line, there was a curtain. People going inside the curtain looked fine. Coming out, they had tears in their eyes on them. I'm like, sir, are they shouting at you, sir? Why are you crying, sir? I thought that's the test. They just shout at you till you confess your symptoms. Was it dry cough or wet cough? Was it dry cough or wet cough? My dad also doesn't shout at me. I went inside. First time I'm stepping inside, there's this person who comes, and I can't tell if it's a man or a woman because they're dressed as a bag. All right? And they take out this giant earbud, and I'm like, they're opening my tongue. Maybe they'll put it under my tongue gently. They take it, shove it all the way inside my lungs over there. And I'm like, sir, can I get anesthesia first, please? I think I should be unconscious for this part. It's very painful. I'm sure that in like 2 years, they'll come up with some app. They'll tell you if you have corona or not just by spitting on it, okay? Positive. Would you like to rate the app? So I think of that app. Everyone got the vaccine over here. I was a little scared to get the vaccine initially because I wanted to wait till everybody else got the vaccine. I wanted to see what side effects everyone is getting. Because everyone is getting different random side effects, Because some people get the vaccine, they'll be like, yeah, I was chill, dude. Yeah, nothing happened. I think I felt better afterwards. Yeah. Other people get the vaccine, they'll be like, I thought I was going to die, dude. I told my parents I love them and all, dude. You should tell them anyway, man. Why are you waiting till you die? Some people get such random side effects you'll never guess. They'll be like, yeah, my one eye turned blue. Otherwise, I was fine. Maybe you should go to the doctor. No, they said, whatever happens, take $6.50. I took. Now it's green. Yeah, man, and I keep trying to increase my immunity. I'm reading all these health articles, and these health articles are always talking about what the next health trend is. These health experts are always saying, health experts say that this is the new superfood, this, that. But I don't trust these guys because these health experts, one day they'll say something is healthy, next day they change their mind, One day they'll be like, 10 benefits of olive oil. Next day, the real truth about olive oil. Sunflower seeds exposed. What? Keep changing their mind. Some of these articles will be like so clickbaity articles. They'll be like, yes, coconut oil really good for you. Coconut oil? Oh, I dude, coconut oil. No, it's going on, dude. So you click on it, it'll be like, yeah, it's good for you. Hey, got us, dude. So many health articles nowadays. How much water are you supposed to drink in a day? Like. There's all these different things. You remember when they said you have to drink 8 glasses of water a day? Yeah, you got to drink 8 glasses of water or you'll die of dehydration. That's what they say. Now I read an article, it says if you drink more water than your body needs, you could die of water poisoning. Yeah, a little dramatic for water. Poisoning. It's a little insulting to poison, alright? Poisonous animals. Imagine a bunch of scorpions are hanging out when a water bottle comes. Hey, you guys want to form a gang or something? Deadly boys. We're all the same, I guess. My friend heard that joke and he was like, technically scorpions are not poisonous, they're venomous. Because, because poison is ingested, venom is injected, scorpions are not poisonous, they're venomous, your joke doesn't work. So I stopped talking to him. And he was like, why? Because you're toxic. How many of you guys eat fish? Eat fish? Make some noise, you eat fish? Alright, how many of you guys know how to buy fish? Yeah, that's what I thought. Vegetarians, please judge us, huh? We know how to eat, we don't know how to buy it. I'll teach you why, I'll tell you why, okay? Because buying fish is not the same as buying chicken, alright? Chicken, you don't have to spend 5 minutes trying to figure out which chicken is fresh. Alright, chicken usually, there's a bunch of happy chickens running around. And you just show up like some Roman emperor, like, death to that chicken. Fish, you have to have some instinct and all that, dude. Usually the dads are the ones in the family who know how to buy the fish. They're the ones who are sent out to buy fish. And my dad is such an expert. He doesn't even need to go near the fish stall. He can just do like a drive-by, He'll be like, slow down, slow down. Yesterday's stock. How did you know? Oh, my friend was there. He said, don't come. I have no idea. I'll be going there squeezing the fish around like, yeah, it's still not ripe, no? Yeah, one more day, yeah. I think it's an instinct that comes to you when you've had your first child, okay? Like when the nurse hands you your baby, you'll be like, I know pomfret. Yeah, it just comes. I don't know, man. And I expect, and the thing with buying fish is it's a little creepy because other animals, when they die, at least they close their eyes, you know? Fish will just be like, really, bro? Just now I died, dude. Like they're always surprised that they got caught. Like, how much? Just swimming. And trying to figure out how fresh the fish is. Basically, you're trying to figure out how long ago it was murdered. All right. Okay, like it's a forensic fish detective. You have to go and stare at the eyes. Eyes are white. Okay. Gills are red. Okay. Oh, there's a note. Deepak did it, huh? And you gotta know also when you're buying fish, you have to know the kind of fish that you're buying. You know, you can ask the price of the fish. You're expected to know the name of the fish, you know. And I don't know this. Usually I go there looking like an idiot. I'm like, sir, what fish is this? Matti! Oh, okay. Yes, sir, I know it's a fish market. You don't have to shout. What is this? Name in! Okay. So I'm like, I'll stick to what I know. So I'm like, sir, I'll take this 1 kilo of prawns. That's squid. Okay. Yes, sir, you have any dolphin? Blue whale? No? These are only fish names I know. Flying fish, 1 kilo? No? Okay, sir. I'll come tomorrow. I've been Googling my symptoms the last 2 years. Everyone else has been Googling your symptoms. When you get symptoms of anything, you Google it to see, you know. I think it takes some skill to be specific what you type in Google, but I type such random, vague. This is what Google expects to type. Lower back pain cause. I'll just be both vague and specific at the same time. I'll be like, hi Google, good morning. Just one quick question. Feeling one small tingling sensation in lower left abdomen whenever I'm playing badminton with my friend on Fridays. Okay, maybe she's more than friend. Okay. Feeling shy. Okay. Feeling some tingling sensations in my heart also. Okay. Good family background and vomiting sensation. Google's like, you have kidney stone. Hey, Google. How you know Google? Google, how you know all these things, Google? The more I type itself, you know, Google. Huh? Okay, it's getting creepy now. All right. A lot of people taking pictures. We all like taking pictures with our phone. Have you ever tried taking a picture of the moon with your phone? Yes. Yeah, a little full moon pic. Does it ever happen you try to take a picture of the moon and then you realize the moon's too far away, so you come up with this genius idea to get closer to the moon, where you're like, little unnecessary waste of space on your phone, you know. One time I really struggled. I got a picture of that. I put my phone inside my binoculars and I zoomed in. Got a picture, put it on my family WhatsApp group. My dad puts a better picture of the moon. I'm like, how? I Googled it. Yeah, but I took this pic. It's the same moon. That's the thing. There's no point. There's enough moon pics out there, guys. Unless you get a better angle of the moon. All right. See this moon pic? It's blank. Yeah, it's the dark side of the moon. People still taking pictures of Taj Mahal when they go there, dude. Like, someone's gonna ask for evidence. Taj Mahal, show? How, dude? Someone's gonna see this Taj Mahal pic I took. Much I've seen Taj Mahal before. Yeah, but I'm standing in front of it. I've seen you also before. See, I'm touching Taj Mahal. I'm eating Taj Mahal. See? That's what I do. If I would ever go to the moon, I'll be taking these lame pictures. See, I'm touching the earth. I'm eating the earth, huh? That's why they won't send me to the moon. Also, I took commerce in 11th standard. So much technology nowadays. Some technology is making things easier, but I miss some old technology. You know, I miss some old-fashioned technology, like checking your weight. You know, it's boring. Nowadays, you just go stand in the bathroom, you stand on a slab, you know, it tells you your weight. Those days, you had to check your weight. You have to go to the railway station and find this elaborate time machine. It's a scam for 1 rupee, you know. But you get excited. As a kid, you feel like it's some game, and you tell your parents, "Oh, I'll give 1 rupee. I need 1 rupee, please. I need 1 rupee, please. I need And you go over there, and you think you're participating. You're not participating. You're not doing anything, you know. You feel like something like is gonna happen. You put it, goes, ding, 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 and like 40 kilos. Nowadays, the only machine we get to interact with is the ATM machine, you know. And even that acts over dramatic sometimes. You know these over dramatic ATM machines, you put in the money that you want and then it goes ba, cha, brrr, cha, cha, brrr, cha, cha. I asked for $200, dude. Why is it acting like it's giving me a home loan over here? Cha, cha. Finally, 40 kilos. Huh? This is my problem with the banking system, all right? If I had a problem with the banking system, it's like, you know, when I'm using internet banking and I'm trying to add someone's account number, the beneficiary account number, and then I come across their account number and it turns out they have more than 3 zeros in a row. 3 zeros you can read fine. Anything more than that, it's an optical illusion, all right? You're like, how do I? Maybe if I shake my head. If I shake my head and read it. Oh. And you try to put your finger on it, but all the zeros fall after that. So, I need a microscope and scalpel and all. You have to take out like 2 zeros, put it down, take 2 more zeros, put it down. You look back, let's start all over again. Imagine reading this number out to someone. Yeah, my account number is 536, 536. 5 zeros, 50. No, it's 5 zeros. Okay, 5 zeros. 50, I already wrote that. No, it's 5 zeros followed by 50. Can I just courier you the cash? Yeah, my name is Aaron with 5 A's. I was thinking a guy who will always finish the exam early, but not in a good way, you know? You know, there's different kinds of people who finish early. You know, the good students, when they finish early, you know, they put everything neatly and they have so much time. They'll sharpen their pencil for the next exam and all that. Neatly put everything, and then they'll just start tormenting everyone. They'll be like, hey, easy, no? Easy, no? Yeah, we hope you get double promotion and leave this class. The bad students do this thing where they empathize with each other. They'll be like, Machan, what, Machan, good, no? No, what, bad? Bad, oh, good, 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 good. And I was writing my law of contracts exam in my 3rd year of law school, right? And I remember I studied for the exam pretty well, you know, and I wrote the exam, I looked at the time, 45 minutes left, and I was like, oh, okay, pretty, yeah, pretty easy, dude. So bad, yeah, pretty easy. Then I look around, and I see everyone else is still writing. See Dominic writing over there. I was teaching Dominic before the exam, alright? So I said, Dominic, what are you writing still, dude? If this is an easy exam, the good students should have finished before me. So I'm like, what is everyone writing? Everyone's asking for extra answer sheet. I'm like, should I ask for extra question sheet? I'm looking through, I'm like, I can't flipping this, that. I've finished all the questions. I'm like, maybe I should expand the answers. But then, like an idiot, I've written the answer, drawn one line and all, and then started the next answer. I can't even write anything over there. I'm like, where do I start? And I can't even do anything. So I just give up. I'm like, okay. I tried my best, dude. Whatever happens. Whatever happens, dude. I can't do anything about this. I studied and all, dude. I came, dude. I woke up early and I studied and all. And Dominic is still writing over there, dude. What am I supposed to do, dude? I can't do anything, dude. Why did I even take this course, man? No, it's taking photography or something like. Why did I? I'm just thinking, like, what am I doing? What am I doing studying law? You know what? My parents put me away. That's why I should have. I'm not even good at this, man. I feel trapped. You know, I feel trapped in this situation. I just feel trapped. You know, I just want to do something else. This is not my calling. You know, this is not my calling. And I look out the window, and I was in the window seat, and I was looking out at the lawn, and I saw these 2 little robins come and start jumping around the lawn. You know, they were just hopping around the lawn, and I looked at those birds. Just free. And I'm like, I felt so jealous. of birds. But man, they don't have to study, they don't have to go for tuition, learn second language and all. Like, there's no peacock that's like, you should go for bulbul tuition. No, you should. Bulbul. Like, man, I just want to be like those birds, dude. They just do what they feel like. They do what they're good at. That's what they do. They do what they're good at. They do with their instinct, right? And I suddenly felt this burst of motivation. I'm like, man, I want to be like those. I just want to do what I'm good at. What am I good at? What am I good at? And I'm thinking about all my skills as a bachelor. And then, what am I good at that I can contribute to the world? This is the only thing that comes up in my head. Sandwich. As a bachelor, you don't know how to cook. You just know how to make sandwich. But as a bachelor, you don't even have the ingredients to make like a decent sandwich. Whatever you find in the house, you put it between bread and call it sandwich. Chicken, banana, bread, sandwich. Chyawanprash, mayonnaise, bread, sandwich. Pineapple, cheese, there is no bread. One more pineapple, sandwich. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open a sandwich shop after... This is a true story, by the way. I'm going to open a sandwich shop after college. Thank God for stand-up comedy. I'd be selling sandwiches otherwise, all right? I'm going to open a sandwich shop after college, right? And then I got so motivated. I'm like, why am I waiting? I'm going to start following my dreams right now, right? I'm not going to waste any... I was very motivated, just in the wrong direction, all right? Right now, I'm going to start following my dreams. So I started writing sandwich recipes on my question paper right then. Just like chicken plus banana, pineapple plus cheese. Sometimes I wasn't sure, so I'll be like, brinjal. And just when I was getting into the flow of it, the external invigilators show up. You know, the flying squad people. You know, these are the people who can't sleep at night without accusing innocent children of copying. They want you to copy. Like, suppose they're hoping that they can catch someone. Other teachers, they're like, no, you shouldn't copy, pa. Even if you fail, you shouldn't copy. These guys like, please copy. Please. We want to, please. No, don't feel shy, please. We look that side. Oh no, we caught you. You know, those guys, so they come in and they split up into three and they start like coming down each row. And the guy coming down my row, you know, oh man, he's mean. You know, he's looking inside people's sleeves, pockets, looking inside their soul and all to see if they're copying. And then I'm looking at my question paper and I'm like, should I hide this? But then he asked, where's my question paper? So then I'm like, well, okay, I can't do anything. Whatever happens, happens. And but this guy is like 3 desks away itself. You can notice there's something wrong in my area on my question paper. And he gets a sadistic smile on his face. And he's like, come on, buddy! I'm like, you have no idea, man. Takes my question paper, is like, chicken plus banana. This is a hotel management student. Which class am I in? So he's like, let me read the question and see what is this an answer to. Define a contract of guarantee. Chicken plus banana. One more. An agreement without consideration is void. Please explain in your own words. Brinjal? What? Why is there another question? What kind of question is brinjal? And he's looking at me. He has so many questions running through his head, but he can't ask anything because the whole class will get disrupted. All right, we don't know where this conversation is going to go. And he's wondering, should I take him to the principal's office for cheating? But this is not even cheating. This is brinjal. All right. What is he gonna? Where is this? He's like, I can catch 3 other students cheating by the time I figure out what this. But he still wants to ask me questions, but he can't. So we're just staring at each other, all right? He's just like... Just want to be a bird, bro. If there's any bird in the sky that'll cheat you, I think it's a crow. All right. Crows are just a little too intelligent for my liking. They say, crows are smarter than you think. Yeah, that's the problem. All right. That's the problem. You know the thirsty crow story? Yeah, everyone knows the thirsty crow story. It's a story of the crow. It was thirsty in summer. and there was a jug of water. It couldn't reach the water, so it found pebbles and put it inside the jug to increase the volume of the water. And I'm like, hey, if this crow knows Archimedes' principle, what else does it know? All these other birds maximum know some home science subject like stitching nest, you know. And this crow's going for physics tuition, dude. I'm like, it's only a matter of time before you hear some new like children's story. Like it's a story about the crow that stole a vada using trigonometry. Crows are creepy, man. Rats are also pretty creepy, you know. Rats on the ground. When it comes to rats, I think men and women have very different reactions when there's a rat in the house. You know, men are very much in denial when there's a rat in the house. Women have like a sixth sense about it. They'll be like, there's a family of 3. They just know. Men will go to any extent just to not do anything about it. No, that's not a rat. Not a rat. I only made that sound. That only no. I made it. They don't want to do anything. This is a true story, okay, about how much in denial men are when there's a rat in the house. I was in Bombay with my flatmate, all right, and I go up to the kitchen counter one day, and I saw a guava. I picked it up to eat it, but then I saw a small nibble taken out of it, and I was like, so why would Manish take one small bite and leave it as this? Oh, he's not hungry or what? Next day I came, so much in denial. I saw a packet of bread. Bottom half of the packet of bread, there was a hole in the corner, and a little bit of bread was eaten. And I was like, so why would Manish take from the bottom? If he couldn't open the thing on the top, he could have called me. Why is he tearing from the bottom like a Neanderthal? Came back the next day. This time there's a hole in the garbage bag and garbage gravy and all pouring everywhere. And I'm like, so why would Manish? I'm like, you know what? I'm going to confront this guy about this. So I went up and I'm like, Manish, why are you acting like an animal in the kitchen, dude? Taking guava bite, tearing my bread packet, eating garbage and all eating. Dude, he said, it wasn't me, dude. Then? So isn't it obvious? What? There's a ghost in the house. You guys believe in ghosts? Can you turn on the lights first, please? Before we go down this road. People don't believe in things they don't see. People don't believe in things they don't see. And this thing is, scientists get it wrong sometimes, you know. Scientists get it wrong sometimes. They get it wrong about a lot of stuff, all right? Okay, what's a camel's hump filled with? Water, right? A lot of people say water. Well, actually, it's filled with fat. Yeah, that's what they... And when they taught it in school, it made sense. You're like, camel, desert, hump, what does it have? Hummus? No. It's water. Yeah, water, yeah. It's so cute. Water in the hump, desert, 2 long days, you can travel and you go along with it. And I'm just glad I found out this before I got in a tricky situation with the camel in the desert. All right, imagine me and camel, I'm feeling thirsty, I'm looking at the hump like, quick sip. I start poking at camels like, hello, excuse me, what are you doing? Feeling a little thirsty. Why are you poking my hump? No, it has water now. No, it's fat. Hey, you're not fat and all. No, it's filled with fat. Camel's hump is filled with fat. Then where do you keep your water? The same place you keep it. In a water bottle? No, in my cells. That's where our water is stored, is in our cells, right? So how much of our body is supposed to be filled with water? 75%, they say 75%. But actually, as you grow older, the water content in your body reduces. When you're born, you have the most water content. So like a baby, 1-year-old baby has 86% water content. So technically, it's not a baby, it's a watermelon. Scientists get it wrong sometimes, all right? It's a boy or a girl, it's a watermelon. Peru enna darbusini nu vechirukku. Cute darbun kukku. One of my hobbies used to be to read YouTube comments, you know. Nowadays, I like reading Amazon customer questions. Man, the things we expect out of products, dude, in India. The questions we ask, like, too much we expect. Like, I was trying to buy Surf Excel, all right? What can you ask for Surf Excel? Front load, top load, fabric. This is the question somebody's asked for Surf Excel. Like, how many times I have to buy? So you think you're subscribing to Surf Excel or what do you buy when you need? This guy's gonna leave a review after 2 months. Checked after 2 months, nothing was there. Waste product, 1 star. They just want to give it like a bad star rating. I think that's just a thing, you know. I was trying to buy a water heater, and I ended up in the immersion rod section. Okay, you know what an immersion rod is? Simplest piece of technology. It's a coil, you put it in the water, water gets hot. Okay, this is the question somebody's asked for a regular sized immersion rod. They're like, can we fit into 500-liter tank? Trying to make a hot tub or what do you? Imagine you go up to the terrace, you find an uncle inside the water tank with an immersion rod over there. Like, hi, Pa, can you put on the switch over there? Uncle, please don't involve me, uncle, please. I don't know what you're doing. Somebody else has asked this for an immersion rod, which is the simplest piece of technology. They're like, does it have auto cut-off safety feature? Yeah, this is not a Tesla, all right? It's... What are you expecting? These are the people they'll go to buy a spoon. Does it have Bluetooth compatibility? No, it's a spoon. Does it have torch? No, it's a spoon. How many months warranty? Sir, the spoon, sir, please. Very bad customer service, giving only 1 star. I was trying to buy a telescope once, all right, on Amazon, and I was trying to reading the questions. Some of the questions made sense, some of them didn't make sense. Some of the questions are like, can we see Jupiter with the telescope? Yeah, you can see Jupiter. Can we see Milky Way with the telescope? Yeah, you can see Milky Way. So one guy was like, can we see the sun? What difficulty are you having finding the sun? This is the most generic question you can ask this under any product, under surface. Can we see sun? Yeah, just look up, sir. Why are you? Unless this guy is trying to buy a telescope to look at the sun in the night, which is difficult. Searching since 9 p.m. Can't find sun. Waste product, 1 star. And maybe he's trying to look at the sun through a telescope in the daytime, which is a very painful. Ah! 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 He leaves a review of the sun. 1 star. The sun's like, thanks. That's me. Very slow. Some people, when they're driving tomorrow, they'll look up. Oh, 1 star! Oh, 1 star, lol. Oh. 1 star. So everyone loves traveling, you know. But different people like to travel differently. Some people like to go solo. Some people like to go in a group and stuff like that, you know. I'm a little scared of these group trips, you know. Anything more than 2 people, you know, anything more than like 2-3 people, then every decision you have to make becomes an opportunity to practice democracy, all right? Not in a good way, you know. Everything you have to ask. Hey, how many want to go to the pool? 2, 3, Venkatesh, you're also coming, okay. How many want to go to the beach? 2, 3, okay, Venkatesh, you're coming this, okay, 2, 3, okay. How many will regret this trip? All of you? Okay, let's go home. And during these group trips, you know, everyone acts very cool about the finances, you know. During the trip, they'll be like, I'll handle this. Much, I'll pay for this, we'll figure it out at the end. We'll figure it out at the end, dude. I'll pay for it, dude. We'll figure it out at the end. In the end, you'll have to hire a CA, okay? Find out who drank Bisleri on which day and who didn't. You have to send these awkward messages out to everyone. Hey guys, Arvind owes Harish 350 guys. Harish owes Rahul 690 guys. Rahul owes money 690 guys. And Deepak owes everyone 10,000 bucks each. Deepak said, guys, I don't do paragliding, guys. Why are you including me in paragliding, guys? Guys, I said I didn't want to do paragliding, guys. And do you guys ever do this? Do you guys ever go to like a touristy place and then you see other tourists there and you're like, Yaka! Lame tourists. Yuck! Can they find a better place to come? Ruining the vibe, dude. Tourists. Like he was some indigenous tribal. His grandfather owns the land, you know. That too on a Sunday. You know, sometimes when you go traveling, some people like to just like wing it and see whatever happens that day, we'll figure out. Some people really like to make a list of things to do and all. You know, sometimes they'll go find like top 10 list of things to do in every city. And usually these big cities and all have something to do. You know, big cities they'll have like fort and this and that mall and all these things. Sometimes these small cities, they also try to have a top 10 list. And you know, they're just trying really hard. You know, they'll be like, number 1, enjoy the weather. Number 2, visit Dolphin Point. What's Dolphin Point? You have to stand over here. Yeah, you see that hill? Yeah. Now, close your eyes and imagine a dolphin. Dolphin Point. Right. So, you know, when you're traveling sometimes, you know, it's better that you go in a group, you know, just for safety's sake. Some trips, it's better you go in a group. I do these stupid things sometimes, you know. I was in Australia for a show, and I wanted to go to some place where there wouldn't be any tourists, so I did like a vague Google search. Single man going to Australia, 3 days, camping, 600 rupees budget. What? And Google said there's this place called Mount Difficult in Australia. No tourists will come there. And that's an actual place called Mount Difficult. I'm like, yeah, I bet there are not going to be any tourists over there. So I took my rental car, all my camping equipment, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go up to this place all by myself. And it's like a 2-hour drive into the middle of nowhere, you know. It's this dirt road. And like 1 hour into that drive, I suddenly hear like a grinding sound coming from my back tire. Something is getting louder and louder, and I'm like, oh no, what's happening? I get out, I remove my tire, I'm staring at it for like 10-15 minutes. I can't figure out what's wrong. You know, and every 10 minutes these friendly Australians pass by, and they stop the car and they're like, can I help you, mate? Can you help, mate? Can I help you, mate? And I'm like, no thanks, mate. Mate, I'm fine. Mate. You know, when they say, mate, it sounds fine. But when I say mate, sounds like I'm talking about some rhino's wife. It's the last male white rhino and it's mate. And I'm just scared to even just start talking because they're very good at small talk and I'm not good at small talk. You know, these Australians, out of the blue, they just start talking to you. Like I went to buy a burger one day. Moment I stepped into the place, they're like, how are you doing, mate? I'm like, I'm hungry. How are you doing, man, mate, man, boy, man, Mr. Man, hi, guy, you got a friend. Chap, hello. And he was like, oh, can't complain, having a busy day, what can I get you? I'm like, oh, he's talking so much and all, dude, like, it's like he's become my friend suddenly and I don't want to make him make me food now, you know, it's like, as an Indian, you know, when you go to an Indian house, they're like, any tea, snacks, and you're like, no, I just ate and came. Same way, I'm going to this place, they're like, oh, having a busy day, what can I get you? I'm like, no, just came to say hi, that's all. I feel like that. So I don't want to talk to these guys, but I still can't figure out what's wrong with the tire. I'm thinking maybe I should call the roadside assistance. But I'm scared that they'll ask me like, oh, what's your location? And I'm like, yeah, I'm standing near Mount Difficult. They'll be like, oh, was it necessary? Big chap. And luckily, just in the last second, I noticed, you know, just was glancing by it, I noticed like a tiny, like little pebble rock, tiny thing stuck in the brake drum. I removed it. It was fine. I'm just glad I didn't call these guys because, you know, they would have come out from like the city in this big tow truck and taken out their toolbox, come found a kidney stone in my car. And they'd just be judging me like, really, man? Judging my whole ethnicity, you know? Really, man? I'm like, I'm from Bangladesh. Thanks, mate. So then I figured out, I fit my tire back, I finished the drive, I stopped on the bottom of the mountain, and and I start walking up, and you're supposed to start this hike very early so that you finish it before it gets dark. And I'm already like 2-3 hours late, it's gonna get dark, so I have to do it quickly. I did like 5 hours up, and as I'm going up, everyone else who's finishing the trek, they're all just finishing and coming back down. So I'm the last guy to go up, and it felt kind of nice, felt kind of special. I had the whole place to myself. I go up all the way to the peak, and then I'll say it's very nice, take some pictures. Coming back, within 2 minutes, I get lost, all right? Because on the way up, I was like, yeah, that tree is a landmark, that tree is a landmark. Like, I'm gonna recognize the tree the second time I see it. Passing some eucalyptus tree, I'm like, Charlie? How you doing, mate? I'm hungry, I'm not figuring out. I'm trying to take like every path I take, everything looks like a path I'm taking, it's all a dead end, like a cliff or a rock. I'm freaking out. I'm like, man, if I stay here too long, it's gonna get dark, so what should I do? I think maybe I should shout for help. But I don't know if I need it. So just very underconfidently, I just go up to the cliff and I'm like, help me! Help me, I think so! I need definitely. It's very weird to shout help, you never shouted it before. It's because you have to be confident in a helpless situation, These people won't take you seriously, Like if you're really in a helpless situation, like if there's a tiger dragging you by your leg, you won't be like, no, I'm an introvert, I can't show. Let them see, they'll come. Yeah, you're gonna be like, help! That's what you're gonna say. But if I overdo it without needing, I don't know if I need it. If I'm like, if I overdo, I'm like, help me! Help me! You're like, oh, what happened? I got lost. Why are you shouting like that? It's my first time shouting help. So, I'm thinking I'll do this, right? I thought maybe I'll shout help, and then when someone comes, I'll be like, hey, did you guys hear someone shouting for help? Yeah, then I came, I don't know. Guy must be dead or something. Anyway, which way did you guys come? I'll come with you. So then I'm thinking maybe forget help. I'm gonna shout hello. That also I don't know how. I'm like, hello! Hello! You can't be too enthusiastic. Hello! They think you're listening for your own echo. Hello! They'll also be like, hello! It's not an echo point. It's not an echo point, If you do it like in a questioning, like, hello! It sounds like you're walking into an empty house. Hello! And if you remove all the emotion out of the hello, then it just sounds like you're checking someone. Hello! Someone cuts you off in line. Hello! Something, okay, what do I do, man? Maybe I'll have to end up spending the night over here. I'm thinking, can I spend the night over here? The problem is, it's not like I haven't slept out in the wild before. The problem is it's Australia, all right? And a couple of nights ago, I was sleeping in a tent in Australia with many other tent people, all right? It's in a camping ground, all right? So everyone is there. But the problem is, in the middle of the night, I realized, you might have heard about the animals in Australia, but you've never heard the animals in Australia. Here, that's a peacock or whatever. There's some new sounds, Because in the middle of the night, this is the sound I heard coming from up in the trees, all right? Me around my tent, this is the sound I hear from up in the trees. Which demon bird is that, dude? Coming from the trees. I'm like, why isn't anyone else doing anything about this? That's what I want. They're acting like they learned this in nursery school. What sound does parrot make? Squawk! What sound does crow make? Caw! What sound does demon bird make? Good children. I have no idea, man. I am like so scared. I can't go back to sleep. So I actually took out my phone. I did like a vague Google search, like a scary sound coming from trees. Single man sleeping in tent. What to do? Google. Feeling very scared. No, mommy is here. Please. Google is like showing me all the scary animals in Australia. The first thing it showed me was snake. And I'm like, hey, if that's a snake, deport me immediately. So I'm lying on my tent there. I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? This stupid bird over there in the middle of the night. I want to take a leak in the woods, but I'm too scared to go out by myself because what if this pterodactyl comes in, feeds me to his children or something? I'm like, well, I need some kind of like some self-defense weapon, And I was thinking maybe I should buy like a Swiss Army knife a few days before that. But it's so expensive, and I'm like, you maximum you use it once. I think maybe I should buy something more practical. So I bought a nail cutter. Can't go with a nail cutter out in the woods. Wait, I'll pinch you and see. Wait, let me get the skin. Let me get the skin. I'll file your claws. Then you start. And then I was like, maybe I should get a fire or something like that. And I had a stove and I had a matchbox. But I can't go with like one matchstick into the woods. It's ridiculous. You just go in there and the animals will be like, no thanks, we don't smoke, thanks. I'm like, I need some way to magnify this fire, right? So how do I do this? And I found a roll of toilet paper. But if I burn the whole toilet paper, then the next morning I'll have a new set of problems, right? So I took a little bit of toilet paper, I found a branch, I wrapped some of the toilet paper around the branch. I thought, okay, when the animal comes, I'll light that on fire. I'll scare the animal away. That is my plan. So did that, wrap the toilet paper on the branch, going out into the woods. Not realizing how I must have looked like to the locals. You guys must have been like, look at that brown guy, dude, look at that. He's got some toilet paper at the end of a stick. Does he think that's how you use toilet paper? You think we should say something? Mike! 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 I'm from Bangladesh! Now I'm on this Mount difficult. I'm like, okay, man, even if I sleep here in the middle of, even if I sleep here on the mountain, what do I do for food? I'm like, I'll have to kill some animals, some wild animals. I'm thinking, what animals are over here? Like kookaburra or something. But I'm like, what is the national bird of Australia? You don't let you kill a kookaburra, call you anti-national. And I'm like, no, I'm from India, so I'm a regular criminal only, Not a big thing, And then I'm like, oh, they have koalas. What if I eat a koala? But then, koalas are too cute, Catch a koala, you'll cut your own finger and give. Koala be like, no, I'm veg, thanks. Oh, okay. Eat only lady's finger, is it? All right. And I'm like, you know what, forget it, man. Maybe I'm just gonna die up on this mountain. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. Maybe I just call my parents and tell them I love them, That's my... I take out my phone, there's full 4G range, all right? Full 4G range, and I'm thinking, oh wait, when did I open Google Maps, all right? And I see, there's no routes, it's just like a big green patch. But outside I see there's this ranger station, like a forest department thing, and there's a phone number there. I'm thinking maybe I should call them. But then I'm like, well, okay, if I call them and I tell them I'm lost, they can't send two people up to find me because it's going to become dark, right? So it's an emergency. So the only thing they'll probably do is send a helicopter, okay, which sounds cool, but I'm scared they'll charge me for it. I don't know if I can afford that, I'm like, even if they come, I'll treat it like some auto driver, They come, throw down the ladder, I'll be like, how much? 2,000, it's okay, go, one more will come. These medical helicopters nowadays, no, too much, dude. Too much attitude they show. So, I'm thinking, man, there's nothing else I can do. But just when I was going to give up, just as it was getting dark, I started hearing the same sound coming from up in the trees on Mount Difficult. It was just like... I'm like, oh, same sound, dude, same sound. I'm like, man, I have to find out, dude. I have to find out what this is, dude. So then I was feeling a little brave. It's daytime, right? So I took out my nail cutter and I started following that sound. As I'm getting closer to it, I end up back on the main trail, just following the sound. I end up back on the main trail. I found my way back. That was awesome. But I still had to find out, man, where is this sound coming from? I go and I look between the trees, okay, and I see a koala. A koala. And I'm like, what? So I Googled it. I'm like, cute koala, scary sound. Why? And Google's like, it's its mating call. Yeah. I'm like, yo, that's your mating call? I'm like, yeah, no wonder you're going extinct, dude. So then I felt bad. I felt bad for the koala, a single koala up on the tree. I was like, maybe I should help it out. So I was like, hey, koala, can I help you, mate? All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You guys